So what are some advantages to disputing the biographical or the personal information on your credit reports? Hey, thanks for watching this video. My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer, and I've been suing credit bureaus and other companies under the Fair Credit Reporting Act for about 20 years now, maybe a little bit more than 20 years. And this is an area that, frankly, most of us don't really pay much attention to. And that's been a mistake. And so I know for me personally, I'm correcting this mistake. And I want to share this with you because it may be an area as you are looking at fixing credit report errors. This may be something that you overlook if you're like most of us, that we have overlooked this for the most part over the years. And just as a heads up, at 11 o'clock today, Thursday, April 15, we will be doing our second session of our free webinar training on fixing credit report errors. You can just go to howtofixcreditreporterrors.com, sign up. Even if you sign up after today's session, which will be all about biographical or personal information. How do we organize it? How do we look at it? How do we know what to dispute? And then actually writing that part of the dispute letter. Still sign up and I'll send you a replay link. So in this video, I just want to talk to you a couple of reasons about why would we do this. Well, number one is we have the right to have accurate credit reports. I mean, whether it affects our FICO score or not, sometimes people get obsessed with FICO. Defense lawyers certainly do. They go, well, this doesn't affect your FICO. The Fair Credit Reporting Act says nothing about FICO, okay? It says under Section 1681I, I have the right to dispute any information that I believe is incorrect. Well, if you got my name misspelled, the wrong date of birth, the phone number I haven't had in 10 years, all these different things we'll talk about in the webinar training, then that is inaccurate information. I can dispute that. And so I give them the chance to fix it. They should fix it. I mean, I know how my name is spelled. I know what my date of birth is, my social security number. And they should be looking at what I say and fixing it. And so that's number one. Number two is if I dispute it properly and do the right dispute, get it to them in the right way, I can prove they received it, I was very clear, very specific, and they don't fix it, then I may have the right to sue them. Okay. Now, what does that get me? Well, that again will help me to clean up my credit report. Well, why do I want my credit report cleaned up? Because I just want it to be accurate. I don't want false information, addresses, places of employment, phone numbers, obviously date of birth, social security number, how I spell my name. I don't want false information. And the cleaner I can make my credit report in terms of this biographical or personal information, then it will make, if there's some type of mixed merge file, that's where, here's my file. My name is John G. Watts. There's another John G. Watts in Alabama. If our files get mixed together, merged together, it's more obvious here that there's a problem. Now, if I have 35 addresses, I may not realize, oh, address number 17 is actually this other John Watts' address, okay? So if I keep it real clean and then I see an address, I go, wait a minute, that's not my address. I can sort of nip that thing in the bud and hopefully prevent them from mixing or merging my file together. So that's an advantage of suing. The other advantage of suing is you can be compensated for it. And sometimes then when you are settling that case, when they know they've been caught and they know that you know what you're doing, in other words, you have a lawyer that's very experienced in this and they know there's going to be a price to be paid to get out of this case, then they come to us about settlement. And now here's what the credit bureaus don't want. They don't want us to dispute and then they don't fix it and we sue and then they pay us money and then we dispute the same item because they haven't fixed it and then they don't fix it again and we sue and we just keep like, hey, I mean, I'll do that all day long, okay? Well, they know that. So they say, hey, we want the credit report to be accurate. We want, John, your client to swear that this is 100% accurate. I go, well, we're not doing that. We'll say, to the best of my knowledge, this is accurate. But what that means is you got to get rid of this, you got to get rid of that, and this and that. And they have a choice. They can either do that, or they can say, nope, we refuse to do that. We will not settle with you. Okay, let's just go to trial. We'll figure out the money damages for this. And so you may be able to get negative items removed that have errors in them because that's what you tell the Bureau. And sometimes the bureaus even come to us, they say, look, just have your client tell us what they want off of this. We want this case settled. We don't ever want to deal with your client again. Hey, it's Equifax's data, it's Experian's data, it's TransUnion's data. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. And so we dispute false information in our biographical or personal information, first of all, to get it fixed. Second of all, if they won't fix it, we sue them to get it fixed and to get money damages. And third, to remove inaccuracies from our credit report, okay? So that we don't get in this cycle. Not that I mind it, but if they want to fix our credit reports, that's fabulous. Fix our credit reports. Get rid of the stuff that's wrong. And so those are some of the reasons why I say spend some time focusing on the personal information. By that I mean your name, your date of birth, your social, your place of employment, phone numbers, addresses. Those are typically the 6 items on your personal or biographical information. But if there's another one, then you look at that other one. Look at anything that's on there. If you see an error, dispute it. Dispute it the right way, the right format, be specific, and either it gets fixed or you look at suing these guys. So again, if you want to know more about this, you're welcome to join us either live or you can watch the replay of our webinar, howtofixcreditreport.errors.com. I'll drop a link in the description. And this will be at least 5 or 6 weeks that we're doing this. Last week was how do you pull your correct credit reports? So if you haven't watched that one, make sure you watch that first, okay? Because you need your real credit reports to be able to then look at the biographical information. Then we'll look at the biographical information. Then we'll look at public records and inquiries, and then the actual accounts, and then finishing up and mailing or however we're doing the dispute letters and then getting those results back. And those last 2 sessions or modules, maybe more than 1 session, we'll just see how it goes. So if you're interested in fixing your own credit report, you want to know how to do it the right way. You want to know how to do it in a way that maximizes the chances of it getting fixed. And if it doesn't get fixed, then being in a great position to take that to a lawyer and say, hey, can we sue the credit bureaus or the furnishers of information? Then I think you would enjoy our webinar, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. Okay, guys, I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.